Put your hand together for them. God bless you. Medical doctors. Now you are still struggling to be even a nurse. Every Sunday they drove from Cabo to here. And he was on duty, going around working. Despite being tired, he came for a service. I love what you say, Brother Eric, of encouraging one another in the cell group all the time. But you know, there is a time when maturity is needed. You know, the things you rebuke your child of 2 years today, you don't expect to rebuke that child of 2 years again when it will be 20 years. Paul said, when I was a child, I do things as a child. And now I'm mature. I need to do things as a mature person. The reason why I wanted this prophet dialogue is to enlighten people on the issue of the spirit. Think of the issue, they are very simple. They are not even complicated, but it's the attitude involved. Is a spirit involved. God bless you for that. This side. Okay, you have something? Quickly.
Thank you, Papa, for this opportunity. My question is, where do you place this offering when you don't expect something and then it happens? Maybe you didn't expect money and then it just comes, like on a silver plate. Where do you place this offering? Is it Thanksgiving or where do
No, if you do not expect something and the Lord surprise you, the first thing to do is to give 10%. Then on the issue of 10%, if again your heart will push you to put a Thanksgiving offering, because a Thanksgiving offering is based in line of your heart. You say, okay, I'll put also the little this one as a Thanksgiving. The first thing is 10%. In whatever your income, as does not mean if you pray, everyone must love you. Or it does not mean every isolation is a picture of a case. No. Not every isolation is a picture of a case, and not every isolation is a picture of rejection, a spirit of rejection. No. Sometimes God wanted to train someone to not to depend on him totally. There are a lot of message involved. You need to understand the reason why am I being isolated, number one. If you don't have the question, that question, you have the right answer. It's through that question you come now to me and ask me, Papa, why am I being isolated? The second one, we talk about the issue of poverty. Do you tithe? That kind of money, what do you mean by that?
Yes.
When you say you don't have such kind of money anymore, what do you mean by that? You mean you don't get any money anymore?
No, I get money.
Dialogue. Yes, 1%, then we go inside.
Yeah, Papa, I would love to...
so never stop tithing and never stop giving. You win the power of poverty. But I was here, no one was lifting their hand.
It's a clarification.
Mm-hmm.
It arose from work when we usually have some fellowship on Wednesdays.
There's always having some fellowship on Wednesdays, yes.
So they were trying, some members of staff at our workplace, they were trying to find out where you are supposed to draw your tithe. In the, I would say there's a basic pay for someone, which they are saying you'll be paid this, mm-hmm. And there's a transport allowance and there's housing allowance, and in some instances acting allowances. So some people are saying you have to pay tithe from the gross pay, what you have been given, not these other additions.
Is from O.
Okay.
O. Yes. That word ho. So it means you don't have to remove. Anything that comes from O, the type of O, I think that English. Fiance, yeah, fiance, yeah, free fiance. Okay, so that the answer there. Inside now here. No, I was here. You did not lift. You want to say? One person here. Then if you don't lift, I will not come back. 1, 2. We are here. We are here. So 1, 2 only. Okay.
Papa, this question goes to the women. On Sunday,
This question goes to the women. Understanding the vision. When you understand the vision, people, they don't force you again. Because people, they haven't yet captured the vision. That's why we are forcing everything. The only things, capture the vision, and I'm not going to force you again.
Papa, I think that one is just, it can be labeled as a perception.
Yes.
Because maybe sometimes the meetings have been labeled as boring. They're not that very attractive. But on Friday, for me, when I came on Friday, it was slightly different from the usual meetings because we're looking at how to develop a godly character. And it was a quiz that we do. Maybe people who work, they've done a quiz after a training. It was very interesting. So maybe the issue is, how can we improve the meetings to attract even the younger people who are not just looking at marriage, who are looking at how they can change, for instance.
You're getting it? Because me, when I call for a topic, it's packed. Because don't become too much Holy Ghost. Sometimes you need to balance also when you're leaders. You know, when you're leading people, don't become too over. You become like a chief of the law. They do, it's too much, you become boring. You need to be a balanced leader. Are we together? Sometimes, you know, also you what to do. For a lot of young girls who are coming up, I've noticed, even a little meeting with that, you are too restrictive. If there are ladies who are going to be mothers tomorrow like you, certain meeting, don't just say, only women who are married. What about the one who also, like you have said that she will never get married before? You need to allow, maybe as men we cannot be there, but as long as she's a daughter, she need to learn about a woman. Very important. Don't put the meeting too much. They don't, they do, they did, they do, they're going, they're coming. It will be too boring. Mama, so balance, Mama. All these children, they need to come and learn from you. You are a mother, you have learned life. You have seen life.
And talk to the people so that the people do not go to talk to God directly. Then we'll start from the right platform. Now, when we look at him as a man, just dressed in a suit, already we start going wrong. And our attitude will be wrong. When he speaks, we'll say he has spoken. We'll think a man has spoken when it is God who has spoken. So I'm just encouraging myself, I'm encouraging others to change the way we look at Papa. He is not a man. He is not our friend. We must consider him the way we look at God, the way we consider Jesus if he was standing here, is the way we should consider Papa. It's just an encouragement to my brothers and here. When he speaks, or when he speaks through a leader he has appointed, it is Papa who has spoken. It is not that leader. It is Papa. And we should react the way we would react if Jesus himself was standing in front of us to speak to us. That is just the encouragement I wanted to give my brothers and sisters as I encourage myself. And I'm grateful to God that he's given us this time to educate one another. Amen.